Hello everyone, Shintobean here playing some more Warhammer Combat Cards Ranked Mode. For this match I'm going to be playing as the Tau, who are at exactly 2,000 trophies at the moment, and I'm going to be running Darkstrider. Now I noticed when I was playing against some high-ranking players that they were using a build with Darkstrider that just involved two very strong units and then the taunt units to support. And if you have Long Strike, he is a really good option. I just, this week, finally added him to my collection because he appeared in the shop. If I can find him here, there he is. So I bought both copies for a total of 1,000 coins and upgraded him to level 2. Unfortunately, he is still far too weak to actually be useful, and actually he probably will never be as good as some of the other cards I've had in my collection for a long time. But you can see he gains 30 stats per upgrade, so he gets very powerful very quickly as he levels up, and he can just dish out incredible amounts of damage, which combos quite well with Darkstrider if you have him at least level 3. Since I do not, I am instead running the Barracuda with Barrage. This thing is at level 3, and then we've got a level 5 Ravarna Battlesuit, which can dish out 104 damage, and it has Big Game Hunter, so it deals 60% more damage to units that cost 40 or more. I haven't really used the Ravarna much before, so we'll see how it goes here, and then I've just got the 3 taunt units in there as well. I do have 6 points left over, but I am choosing not to add anything, because if I add a 6th bodyguard, then there's a chance that I will not be able to deploy the 2 big units on the first turn, which will really slow down the momentum of this deck. So we're just going with these 5 bodyguards, and we'll see how this works. Let's go ahead and deploy. And after playing Tau last season, they weren't really a whole lot of fun, so I was not intending to use them in this season, but I just wanted to give this this strategy a shot, see how high it can get in the ranks. And we are up against Tyranids, led by the Flying Hive Tyrant at level 7. This thing is very powerful. It's got Fear, all 3 attack types, so it'll be interesting to see how the Tau are able to deal with this. Alright, we'll just put down our Ravarna over there on the left. We've got the Barracuda in the center, the Stealth Drone on the right. We do have the initiative, so we'll get the first turn. And they have deployed a Sanctus with Poison. These are some pretty high level cards. Higher than I would expect at 2,000 trophies. Start off with the ranged attack, so just obliterating these guys. And the Stealth Drone charges up the ranged attack when it readies, so even though we just used our ranged attack, we still have a slight buff, so we'll be able to deal more damage on the next turn. And they are deploying a lot of endless units. They have also got a Tyranid Warrior. Fortunately, the Stealth Drone will be able to absorb that damage from the Tyranid Warrior, and when it dies, we will be able to shift our units over into the next lane, and once again avoid the poison from the Tyranid Warrior. We are taking 15 damage from the Swooping Assault each turn. We'll put down this guy, the Ethereal Guard, and we got the extra attacks, 50% damage from Darkstrider Special Rule, dishing out quite a bit of damage. It's pretty nice on the Barracuda because you do get the barrage damage. Let's see, this guy, yeah, the Ethereal Guard, he has Taunt. He also debuffs melee, so that will slightly reduce their next attack. He will get poisoned, though. Now, this is a bit of an overkill here, just blasting away the fodder with these 2 big units, so that is one of the downsides to this. With only 2 main damage dealers in here, it can sometimes struggle to deal with what's on the field. They just deployed a Haruspex, and despite, well, actually that worked out pretty well. Because they had a weaker attack, they will not be able to attack my main damage dealers. And once again, we will be able to shift them over and get some extra attacks in, deploying the shield drone to the field. And the Ravarna does have Big Game Hunter, so that applies to its attack there. It dealt extra damage to the Harspecks, but we don't have quite enough damage to take it down. Should be able to deal with the Tyranid Warrior easily. Okay, but we only have one drone remaining, so once that dies, Darkstrider will be forced onto the field, and that is going to be a little problematic because he is very weak. He does not have much health, and he doesn't really deal enough damage to stand up to the Hive Tyrant, so we'll see if they have enough damage to get through the shield drone. It's going to be close. It does survive. That is one of my higher level drones, so the damage reduction from the taunt actually worked out pretty well. It's also going to survive this turn as well, so we can attack the Hive Tyrant. It's reducing the damage from the Barracuda by a significant amount, 40%, but the Ravarna will be able to attack with its full strength, plus the extra damage from Big Game Hunter, so that's going to do a whole lot of damage. 166, and almost enough to destroy that Hive Tyrant in one turn. Okay, the Swooping Assault actually takes out the drone, so now Darkstrider is going to the field. Fortunately, we will get the extra attack in on deployment, so that is going to finish off the Hive Tyrant. It is targeting the Warlord directly, so there you go. Victory for the Tau, and that worked out pretty nicely. Now, if that had taken another turn or two, Darkstrider would have been in trouble, but the two main damage dealers in there able just to dish out massive amounts of damage, getting lots of free attacks in, and this build is actually quite good in PvP as well. I played against something very similar to it, and I really had a lot of trouble, because they were just able to get in all that free damage, and there's really nothing you can do about it because the taunt units are always going to be dying first. So, if you go with Darkstrider, I think this is a pretty solid strategy. When I first did the introductory video on him, I included a lot of smaller units that had a medium ranged attack, and that, I think, even though you do get more attacks in overall, I think just running the two big units will just do the job better. It is not without its weaknesses, though. There are certain builds that can counter this pretty hard, like Gloggerthrox the Foul. All of the Nurgle's Rot will be concentrated onto these two units, so that would really greatly reduce the efficiency of this deck. But in most cases, it is a pretty strong build. So let me know if you've tried something like this out and how it worked. But that's it for this one. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.